Welcome to another video. So this is the first time me trying the new nightmare raids, and the first boss we had to face was this annoying Weapon X. Now I was just checking these nodes out, and it is like the usual raid fight. You have to complete certain missions to gain roll force charges and stuff to increase your damage over time and build charges for other roles as well. But the problem is that Weapon X is a difficult defender, is a tricky defender. He goes unstoppable, unblockable when he's done building his charges. So during the fight, there are random spots or times where he'll go unstoppable and unblockable, and you'll have to intercept him and make sure that you retreat back when he's unstoppable to not take any damage. On top of that, he gains charges that eventually will start rooting you at the later stage of the fight whenever he activates his special attack. So it is very important to dodge that special attack, but if he's unblockable and unstoppable during that time, you will end up getting screwed. So here we are starting 4 medium attacks to complete a mission. We took him to a special one, he hits it, and now he's unstoppable and unblockable, and we must intercept him. A nice intercept there. He's still unblockable, and he's practically unblockable for almost all throughout the fight. So you'll have to be very careful throughout this fight. Now we have to land our light attacks. He goes for special. Time to pause the debuffs. Now the good part with Ironheart is that she inflicts a lot of debuffs, so his regeneration is always in check. It's never a problem throughout the fight. Plus the good part is that she can block unblockable attacks when you have more than 5 debuffs on the defender. So whenever you get rooted at the later stages of the fight, you just have to block the special attack and not worry about evading it. So that is another advantage of having Ironheart in your team for these nightmare roster. The third and the most important thing is that she is a really good counter for Korg as well, because her medium attack does not make contact with the defender. Hence she will not take any damage while fighting a Korg when you use a medium attack against him. So practically she is actually a very good option for 2 of the fights. Another option I can think of if you do not have Ironheart is Shuri. Again, Shuri also inflicts a lot of debuffs, so regen will always be in check. She can block unblockable special attacks, and on top of that she will not make her attacks are basically non-contact attacks, so she will not take any damage against Korg. But then Korg, I believe, is shock immune, so that it's going to be a time-taking fight against Korg, but she can be a decent option. Now in my first attempt I did mess up a little bit and I could not actually finish this guy off completely. I mean, I could not take away 12% of his health, which is the threshold. I did take some hits, but it was a learning curve. Like you can see, he is now rooting us and also unstoppable and unblockable at the same time, so it got very tricky during this phase, at least for the first time. And I completely forgot that Ironheart can block unblockable special attacks, but this was like I said, a learning phase, this first attempt. Now after the first couple of attempts I got a hold of this fight, and I exactly knew how to counter this guy, especially when you get rooted during his special attacks during the later stages. And I started playing with this Weapon X. So it's not difficult. The only thing that you have to ensure is that you have to intercept very carefully and be mindful of his unstoppables during your combos, and that is it. When you get rooted, you can simply block the special attack. You will see some damage, some block damage, but it's not enough to knock you out, and you can actually last for the remainder of the fight, even if you end up blocking that special attack with Ironheart. My Ironheart is only rank 2, but she did the job. If you have her at rank 3, you can completely own this weapon X through all attempts. Now as you can see, I am just using my special one to make sure that I have my debuffs on to stop that regen. Now it's very important to know that you must have Despair Mastery unlocked and at max sig to for these debuffs to be effective and stop that regen. Now we are getting rooted during his special attacks, but all I'm going to do is to block that special attack, take some block damage and go back in. I evaded there, but yeah, blocking is a much safer option. He's unblockable, and intercepting is very important. Like I said, there we block the special attack, damage taken, but that's just nothing. It's a much safer option, like I said. And honestly, just try to keep him to his special one, because it's just a one hit attack, whereas his SP2 kind of deals a little more damage as compared to his SP1 even on block. So yeah, try and keep him at SP1, because even if you want to, you would be able to evade that SP1 more easily. So I did manage to take this guy down with all my 7 revives and this level 3 Alliance Quest team revive that I had in my inventory, and I was able to completely take down this weapon X from I think 95% health to 0%. And yes, I made a few errors in the starting and once in those 7 attempts, but I think it is a fairly doable fight and it was fun. You just have to have the right options with you. Like you see there, I messed up, could not intercept in time, so I had to use another revive that I had in my inventory, just a level 2 revive, because he was at 1%. Like I said, there were some errors that I made which could have been avoided for sure, and I'm sure if you play well you can avoid these additional revives, but he can surely be taken down very easily. You just have to be a little more careful. I hope you had fun. I hope I was able to give you whatever information I could gather from the fights that I have had against him in this time. Plus I'll upload more videos about the Nightmare bosses, the remaining bosses, Jabari and Korg, very soon. So stay tuned to this channel. Thank you for supporting, thank you for watching, and stay healthy. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.